Ladies and gentlemen, may we please have your attention? The ceremony is beginning. Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices. Due to Broward County Public School policies, all guests and graduates must wear face masks throughout tonight's event and remain in their seats in order to observe physical distancing. Speakers may remove their masks during their speeches at the podium, and graduates, if you choose, you may remove your mask for your photo upon receiving your diploma. We sincerely appreciate everyone's cooperation in making this a memorable occasion for the graduates and each of their respective families. Again, thank you all. On that note, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 William T. McPhatter Technical College and McPhatter Technical High School graduation commencement. Today's graduation ceremony honors and recognizes the academic achievement of our amazing students. This ceremony is designed to provide a lifetime of memories for students and their families. At this time, would the audience please stand for the presentation of colors from South Broward High School, while our National Honor Society President, Avani Ballroom, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And please remain standing for the national anthem by Biana Lucien and Sarai Kogel.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Things this year. So many people celebrate your graduation this evening, including many people who are not able to be here in person in this room. One of those people is our superintendent of schools, Mr. Robert Runcie. He has always been a tremendous supporter of technical education in general, and McFatter in particular, and he has sent greetings to all Broward Schools graduates.
You are about to join a very special group. You are about to become a graduate of Broward County Public Schools. Your past school year has been historic. Your schools closed and opened, and you learned wherever Wi-Fi was the strongest. You spent days behind masks through the coronavirus pandemic. You lived through racial and political turmoil that has divided communities, through a severe economic downturn and job losses and an acrimonious presidential election. But the class of 2021 adapted and persevered through all of this and more. You worked hard. You continued to learn and achieve. You succeeded. You will write the next chapter in the history books. Given what I know about you, I believe the chapter will be full of stories of courage, grace, and hope that will fuel a stronger humanity. There's a story I want to share with you that I hope will help you put life's challenges in perspective and inspire you to make the most of the gift of life that you have been given. A teacher passed out a writing exercise to her students. It consisted of only a black dot in the center of a piece of white paper. She asked the students to write a few sentences to describe what they saw. Once everyone was finished, she collected the pages and started reading the writings to the class. They all wrote about the black dot, its size, and its position on the page. Some even got creative and described it as a portal to the universe. Regardless, all the comments were about the black dot. What was interesting is that no one wrote about the white part of the paper, that which is the foundation for the whole. Think about it. If there was not an entire field of white space, that black dot would never even be seen. What's the message here? You have so much to celebrate in life if you see the whole picture. The dark spots are very small when compared to everything we have in our lives, but they are the ones that occupy and pollute our mind. Don't focus on the dark spots, the disappointments, the anxious thoughts, the bad news, the sensational headlines, the social media feeds. Because when you do, you are taking your foundational good for granted, so much so that you forget to notice the greater blessings in your life. Take your eyes off the dot-sized frustrations and focus on the bigger and brighter part of your life. As you graduate, think about what is important to you, what you care about, what you want to prioritize, and where you may be able to make the greatest impact after high school. Find your own path to be successful. Our life is a gift. We will always have reasons to celebrate. Nature renewing itself daily on the planet we call home, the friends and family around us, music and art that we enjoy, rainbows and sunsets, our teachers, and your high school graduation. Enjoy each one of your blessings and each moment that life gives you. Congratulations to our amazing class of 2021 graduates. I am proud of you. You've overcome challenges and you've succeeded in becoming a graduate. I will always remember you. I love you and pray that your life's journey will lead you to true joy and happiness. Congratulations.
That was a wonderful message. You're the driver of your destiny, passenger of none, in control and looking forward of things that must be done. You're the captain of your ship, destination unknown, plans to help you get there, and freedom to bring you home. You're the pilot of your airplane. Fly as high as you can. Life is what you make it, so follow your plan. Hopes and dreams not yet reached, motivation on display, a journey full of ups and downs, experiences gained each day. Direction is always forward. Backwards remain the same. Discover your authentic self and always have a willingness to make a change. That was a beautiful poem called Dreams by Kim Erickson. For some of our graduates, this marks a new chapter in the book of life, while for others, it is the next step in a new career path. As the graduates leave McFadder, they understand the need for continued education and technical proficiency, and we encourage all of them to become lifelong learners. And now it is my pleasure and honor to introduce our special guests this evening, who in countless ways have assisted McFadder in achieving its goals and missions. Ms. Jeanette Johnson, Director of McFadder Technical College and Technical High School. Mr. Luciano Arango, McFadder Class of 2012, Harvard Class of 2016, Engineering Manager, Ms. Lori Rich Levinson, School Board Member of Broward County Public Schools. Dr. Carletha Shaw Roll, Chief School Performance and Accountability Officer Director. Ms. Kathy Koch, Chief Communications Officer. Our amazing assistant directors, Mr. Darrell Harris, Ms. Kara Daniel, and Mr. Larry Rothman. Continuing on, we have Ms. Francie Williams, Director of Office of Admissions, Mr. Roger Barnhart, Director of Student Affairs, Ms. Lily DeCastro, Magnet Coordinator, and we have our amazing 12th grade school counselor, Ms. Deborah Bluth, Mr. Patrick Keeney, our salutatorian, Mr. Manwa Max Wan, our valedictorian, and Ms. Carrie Ann Semino, post-secondary student representative. At this time, I would like to introduce those who are responsible for the great success of McFadder. This amazing group is truly dedicated to quality instruction for all students. They teach, counsel, listen, sympathize, empathize, motivate, and cheer our students to their absolute best. Would the faculty please rise? Thank you, guys. Every year, the graduation committee asks post-secondary instructors to identify a student that they believe represented the most outstanding student in their class. The committee did not define outstanding. They merely said, as you look out at the individuals in your classroom, which one student exemplifies your ideal student? Teachers were able to nominate that student with whom they believe could deliver an appropriate message for such a special occasion as this. As you listen to the forthcoming speech by our esteemed student, you will hear that McFadder is fulfilling its mission of helping students meet their career goals, follow their passion, and become employed. Our post-secondary student representative this year is Ms. Carrie Ann Semino. Carrie is an outstanding early childhood education student who has excelled not only academically, but also as a leader in the class. Carrie has balanced family and home life with program expectations. She was hired as a lead teacher at her preschool and received superior evaluations. Carrie has a passion for teaching and making a positive impact on young children's lives. She is hardworking, dedicated, and has a drive to succeed. At this time, we would like to recognize Carrie Ann Semino's family, if they will please stand. Please join me in welcoming Carrie Ann Semino, our post-secondary outstanding student.
My name is Carrie Semino, and I am beyond honored to be standing here today. It is my pleasure to welcome students, family, and faculty to our graduation ceremony. Every one of you have made an impact on this class, the class of 2021. I am a proud member of the early childhood graduating class, and I could not be more excited for every graduate from every program McPhatter has to offer. I'd like to applaud all of us sitting in this auditorium. This year has been especially difficult. We have all had to endure many obstacles due to a worldwide pandemic, but we put ourselves out there during the most difficult time and should be very proud for completing school during such a crazy predicament. This is a feat that most people in our lifetime are unable to say that they have accomplished. We are born with gifts and talents, the ability to learn, grow, and cultivate those talents. It's up to each one of us to discover what we enjoy, what we are passionate about, and what we are willing to do in order to turn our career dreams into reality, and we are all living proof of this. Our talent, hard work, and belief in ourselves is what brought us to this point in our lives. We have worked very hard to get to where we are, and we did it. I may not know every single one of you in this room personally, but I am so proud of every single one of us. It has taken a lot of time and dedication from all of us. We have all chosen careers that are not easy. We may sometimes be overlooked and underappreciated, but we are the heart of our workplace. Always remember that. I endeavored to pursue my career in childcare just shy of 40 years old. Prior to attending McPhatter, I was a stay-at-home mom, and when my daughter was 2, we put her in an amazing school. Her K-2 teachers, Miss Prieto and Miss Paul, were the inspiration for me wanting to go into the early child care field. They were amazing with my daughter, and then I realized, too, that I wanted to enrich the lives of children. Never in a million years did I think that this quickly I would be the lead VPK teacher at an amazing preschool. I will also be continuing my education at Sheridan Technical College in order to earn my director's credentials. And once I complete that program and earn my certification, not only will I be qualified to be the director of a preschool, but I will also be qualified to be the owner of a preschool. Set your goals high and don't be afraid of the path that you will need to take in order to reach those goals. Conan O'Brien once said, "There are few things more liberating in this life than having your worst fear realized. Whether you fear it or not, disappointment will come. The beauty is that through disappointment, you can gain clarity, and with clarity comes conviction and true originality. Work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen." And I would have to agree with him on this. Because remember, there is no success without failure. Don't be afraid of failure. Embracing it is the only way to succeed. We may not land that first job we interview for, and that's okay. But giving up is not an option for any of us, proven by our perseverance to graduate amid a global pandemic. I'd like to take a moment to thank a few people. Miss Ogden, my teacher, has been exceptional. I thank her immensely for helping to guide not only me, but my fellow early childhood classmates into being able to make it to this point. I would also like to thank my husband, Joey, and my daughter, Grace, for always being unconditionally supportive of me. Yes. For always being unconditionally supportive of me and inspiring me throughout this journey. I would also like to thank my mentors at my preschool, Davie Christian Academy. I thank Miss Norma, Miss Anna, and Mr. Enrique for teaching me the ins and outs of being a great preschool teacher. Above all, I'd like to thank God for leading me down this path to becoming the best person that I can be. Our educational journey may be coming to an end here at McFatter, but this is just the beginning of our new careers. When you leave here today, celebrate with what you have accomplished while also looking forward to how you too can and will inspire others. Congratulations to the class of 2021. May God bless all of us.
Thank you, Carrie. Beautiful message. Patrick Keeney has a weighted grade point average of 5.32 and is an AP scholar with distinction. Patrick has nearly completed his associate's degree at Broward College while a student at McFatter and wants to continue his studies at Broward College, studying information technology and minoring in computer science and ethical hacking. While with us at McFatter for 4 years, Patrick selflessly gave of himself, tutoring others in math during his lunchtime and twice a week in McFatter's after-school tutoring program. Patrick's calculus teacher, Ms. Williams, says, "Patrick's appetite for knowledge is insatiable. He is the epitome of brilliance and gentleness wrapped into one package." At this time, we would like to recognize Patrick Keeney's family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Patrick Keeney, the salutatorian for the McFatter Technical High School class of 2021.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick Keeney. I am your salutatorian. First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming out today. In particular, thank you to all these families in the bleachers for supporting these great students throughout their journeys. Thank you to all the students who worked so hard to get to this point. I'd also like to give a special thanks to all the staff that make up our wonderful McFatter family and have been there supporting us this whole time. This combined effort has brought each and every one of us together for this special day. Actually, now I think about it, why is today so special? Well, you see, today, the class of 2021 is not just the class of 2021. Today, it becomes the graduating class of 2021. That only happens once. Next year's graduates won't get to call themselves the graduating class of 2021. No, they have to stick with the graduating class of 2022. 2021 is ours. Now, what's happening today is the result of many years of continuous effort. From a young age, we've tackled larger and tougher challenges as time went by. This current pandemic is one of the larger ones. I'm sure we've all been affected by it in one way or another. It's been tough. However, that makes it all the more impressive that we're even here graduating. It took a lot of effort just to make it to this point, and this point is a big one. Now, I'd like to address what some of us are thinking. Some of us are thinking, we're graduating already? Yes, we are. It feels like the time has whizzed on by, but today is that day. Others, myself included, are asking ourselves, to quote a Hamilton song, what comes next? Well, what comes immediately after this involves the stage. Each one of us students is going to walk up that stage with all of the people who've helped us along the way watching. We're each going to accept our diploma. After that, with that diploma, we will do many different things. Some of us will continue on to pursue higher education. Some of us will go straight into the workforce to put our skills to the test. A few of us may even join the military. Whatever you decide to do to move forward and put yourself to, do not be afraid of what's to come. You have earned this diploma now, and you will all go up from here. We are all proud of you. Your families are proud of you. The staff are proud of you. I am proud of you. For me, I have my parents and my tech teacher, Mr. Musser, here tonight. From home, my grandparents and my older brother up in Orlando are watching proudly. You know, my older brother, he always calls me a nerd. Honestly, I'm inclined to agree with him. Everyone here, including everyone watching from home, is proud of our accomplishments as we each walk this stage. That being said, welcome, graduating class of 2021, to your graduation. This is it. Walk up there and make everyone proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Manwa Max Wan has a weighted grade point average of 5.41, earning all A's in school. Max is also a National Merit Scholar, an AP Scholar with distinction, and has been awarded the Benequisto Scholarship at the University of Florida on top of his Bright Futures Florida Academic Scholarship. Max earned dual certifications in his architectural drafting program, AutoCAD, and Inventor. Max will be studying engineering and computer science. Max calculus teacher, Miss William, says she has watched Max excel in complex math topics commensurate with those of a graduate student. Max is quiet, confident, and selfless, and among the best she has ever taught. At this time, we would like to recognize Max family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Manwa Max Wan, our valedictorian for the McFadder Technical High School class of 2021.
First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Victor and Ms. Bluth. I've never been the most eloquent, the most charismatic, but I'm grateful for this opportunity to speak. I'd like to thank all of my friends, those that I play video games with, those that I study with, and those that I go to the gym with. I would like to thank all of my teachers, including Ms. Williams, Ms. Hudson, Ms. Stapleton, Ms. Woods, who are some of my favorites. Thank you to Ms. Ogden and Mr. Amon, our class sponsors, for working so hard in order for us to have events to look forward to for the past 4 years. And of course, thank you to Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Schwartz for making my experience in the drafting tech program amazing. Now I'd like to speak directly to my fellow classmates. It's been quite a year, hasn't it? Our teachers deserve a lot of credit for adapting to online learning with limited resources. Above all, however, I think that the pandemic has amplified the lack of interest that many of us have for school. A lot of us have stopped caring about high school. I get it. Not everybody wants to hear Mr. Amon talk about the pros and cons of capitalism, listen to Ms. Hudson describe what is Kafka-esque, or build an entire catapult for Ms. Kopek. Day by day, what you've learned may not be useful past your upcoming test, and you probably forgot it by now. I just want to say, it's okay not to care. Your teachers may not want me to say this, but I don't blame you for turning your math homework in late or not studying for an English test. As most of us are adults now, there's a lot more that we could be doing instead of school. Of course, I'd like to congratulate everybody who has continued to work hard in school and earn good grades. However, I'd like to bring attention to those who made moves outside of school. Shout out to everybody who started their own business, everybody who started their own brand, everybody who turned a hobby into a hustle, everybody who learned something that school doesn't teach you, and everybody who started working to support themselves and their family. I'm glad that you took advantage of your free time by taking steps that are meaningful to you and what you want to do in the future. I stand here today as your valedictorian because I care about school. I happen to enjoy learning new things, and I'm good at taking tests. I was willing and able to try hard in school because my parents never made me worry about anything else. So thank you, Mom and Dad. The next step in my journey is going to college to pursue engineering, which I'm passionate about. I hope that you are pursuing your passions as well. Whatever it is that you do, I really hope that you care. Otherwise, it may not be worth doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. At this time, I would like to ask the students on the stage to please take their seats among their classmates. It is my honor and privilege at this time to call upon Ms. Jeanette Johnson, Director of McFadder Technical College and Technical High School.
I'm carrying my phone with me because we have a tradition here that I didn't get to do last year. And that is that I always take a picture of the graduates from the podium. So, if you would, bear with me. I'm very excited to get to do this year. It was sad last year. It's going to be a pano. So, smile through your masks. Here we go. Nice. Great. We will post that later this evening on social media. Look for yourself. Luciano Arango was our 2012 McFadder Technical High School valedictorian and graduated simultaneously from McFadder Technical College with a diploma in network support. He was also one of the first students here at McFadder that I got to know well in my first year back here as director. We had a great conversation during our senior lunch together, and I knew then that he was a terrific young man with a bright future. He was raised first in Columbia and then in Hollywood, Florida by immigrant parents. After graduating from McFadder, he went to Harvard and studied computer science, helping pay for his schooling throughout college by working a job with the Harvard Information Security team that he landed because of his technical degree from McFadder. He was the youngest student their team had ever hired. After graduating from Harvard and working as a software engineer at LinkedIn, he turned to entrepreneurship. Since then, he's created 5 companies, raised over $2 million in venture capital, built artificial intelligence algorithms used by Fortune 500 companies, and has sold 2 companies worth millions of dollars. Oh, wait. In 2019, he was named to Forbes' 30 Under 30 list at the age of 26 for his work in building enterprise technology companies. In the past year, he's been leading engineering teams at an AI company with over $60 million in funding, while also advising and investing in startups as part of a syndicate of former founders he's created called House AI. Truly an exceptional man. It is an honor to have him here with us this evening and a privilege to introduce him to you. Please welcome Luciano Arango.
Oh, let me get this in the right. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Okay, am I too close? Perfect. So often in graduation speeches, you're going to hear speakers say, "Oh, I was in your shoes," but they're lying. They weren't. I was. I sat right there. You know, I picked up my free styrofoam box lunch from the courtyard. I also sat confused, asking why the cheapest food option was La Piazza and not the cafeteria. My parents were undocumented Colombian immigrants. Miss Barone was my counselor. Miss Lynn was my brace advisor. I studied networking as a technical degree, and I earned as well my technical accreditations. I was in your shoes. I really, really sat right where you're all sitting. And look, often I hate saying that I went to Harvard. I'm always afraid to say it. In fact, they call it dropping the H-bomb. Because all of a sudden, people think that you're some sort of genius or that you must be super rich. I'm not a genius, and I wasn't rich. People think this because they're afraid to admit that I got here because I worked really, really hard. If they admit that, they'd have to admit that they too could have gotten here had they worked really hard. They want to protect their ego, to put me in a different bucket, to put me in a different category, to make me seem different when I'm not. I was in your shoes. And yeah, look, I got into Harvard because I worked really hard, but you know what? I had the secret sauce. Confidence. Simply believing yourself. And look, I know it sounds so cliche. I know, but I promise you, confidence is everything. Look, obviously hard work, and I gave you all the hard work pitch, but let me tell you something. You're only motivated to work hard if you think you can actually make it. I bet right now, right here, if I had guaranteed the top 20% of this class $1 million, all of you would have better grades. So don't tell me you can't. To tell you the truth, the only reason I went to Harvard was that my brother, an incredibly smart McFadder graduate from 2010, 2 years before me, he got such a good PSAT score that he got a brochure urging him to apply to Harvard. By then it was too late. He hadn't applied himself hard enough at school. But not me. I was about to get into McFadder. I grabbed that brochure, I framed it, I had a real shot at it. I was so excited. You all have a shot. Do you want to know why? Because my brother didn't go to Harvard. He went to college right here in Florida. But he realized he had a shot, and he started working really hard. He's like, I can also make it. He realized his potential. He studied computer science. That's not the easy major, and you guys all know it. He got a job early at Airbnb way before that IPO. Then he got a job at Facebook before the stock tripled. He just texted me that he found 2.5 Bitcoin that he mined when he was in college. He actually made it. No Harvard needed there. So I need you all to start believing in yourself right now, because I was in your shoes. And to be honest, I need to believe in myself. This speech is as much for you as it is for me. Today is my last day at my job. I mean it. I put my 2 weeks 2 weeks ago. I'm starting a new company. I'm starting a banking platform. But I'm back to square one. I'm back to no salary. I'm back to high risk. I'm back to hard work. But hey, at least I got the secret sauce.
Thank you, Luciano. It is an honor to have you with us this afternoon to share your advice, thoughts, and experiences as we recognize our graduates and honor their achievements. Lori Rich Levinson was first elected to the school board in 2010, and she represents the board on the Council of Great City Schools, the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, the Early Childhood Learning Coalition, and the Take Stock in Children Leadership Council. Born and raised in South Florida, she has been in the business world for more than 35 years and has been a parent activist for 2 decades. She has long been a strong supporter of technical education, and I am personally grateful to her for her support of McFadder. It is an honor to have her here this evening. Please welcome school board member, Ms. Lori Rich Levinson.
Thank you. But I have to follow Luciano, so what a fabulous speech. Thank you for your message. Thank you and good evening, everyone. A plethora of strong and meaningful emotions flood our hearts at momentous occasions such as graduations. They are a time of reflection about memories made, happiness and celebration about the present, and enthusiasm and excitement about the future. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the families, friends, administrators, faculty, and staff who have played an integral role and contributed in countless ways to making our graduate success a reality, particularly this challenging year. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates. It's a privilege to represent McFadder Technical College on the school board and to be at your graduations each year to recognize our adults who are pursuing areas of interest and to recognize our high school graduates who not only graduate with a full portfolio of academic requirements, but technical certifications as well as many taking college credit. So you all are to be commended. Your achievement is the result of dedication, persistence, and hard work, all qualities that will stead you well throughout your life. Enjoy this amazing moment you deserve with family and friends. Today marks the beginning of new challenges and accomplishments. As you move forward to reach the goals you have or will be setting, remember to find balance between work and play. And for our adults graduating, remember to continue to find that balance. Savor the great times and experiences along the way. Each graduating class is a slice of hope for the future. H, honor. It is paramount to always act with honesty and integrity, as this is how your character is defined. O, opportunity. Throughout your life, opportunities will present themselves in various forms. Believe in yourself and seize or create the ones that speak to you. P, passion. Whatever stage is next for you, college, career, or the military, choose what makes you happy and what you truly love. E, excellence. Always strive to do your best at everything in which you engage and reach your highest potential. As William Butler Yeats once said, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. I wish you all happiness as you pursue opportunity with honor, passion, and excellence. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Mr. Harris didn't know he'd be serving this function tonight when he showed up. Thank you, Mr. Harris. And thank you, Mrs. Rich Levinson. I want to start first actually with my comments by thanking Dillard High School, its staff, and its principal, Cassandra Robinson, for making this event possible. To allow us to have a graduation that is safe, comfortable, and indoors is something we truly appreciate. I also want to mention, you heard Luciano talk a lot about being in your shoes. I don't know about you all, but this is the first time I've worn a pair of shoes with a heel in more than a year, and my feet are killing me. Anyone with me? Yeah, okay. In addition to all of our students who are graduating this evening, we have 2 faculty members who are graduating this year, having spent decades in service to students in our schools. I hope you all will join me in wishing them well as they graduate into their sabbatical and retirement. Thank you and congratulations to high school instructor Neil Rosenthal, who I know is here. There he is. And to our adult student instructor, Beverly Hopwood, who I think is not here. But clap for her anyway. It's hard to believe we've come to the end of another academic year. Hard to believe we've spent this entire year operating under such strange and unprecedented circumstances. In any year, the achievement that brings you here this evening would be a proud and notable accomplishment. But this year, it's truly exceptional. The paths that brought you to us as students were varied. Some of you joined us because you wanted to change careers, embark on a new one, or upgrade your skills. Some of you joined us because you wanted to learn English or earn your GED. Some of you joined us because you'd heard good things about our high school or were excited about the opportunity to earn a technical diploma along with your high school one. And some of you joined us because your parents made you. And as you leave us, your journeys will take you in many different directions as well. Some of you will go straight into the workforce. Some of you will continue to build your families. Some of you will join one of the military branches, and some of you will go on to further study at any of dozens of colleges and universities. So there are many differences among you, but every one of you, indeed, everyone here tonight, has one thing in common. Every one of us has suffered loss this past year. At the very least, each of us has suffered a loss of our usual way of living. And for some, the loss has extended even further into the loss of livelihoods, health, or even loved ones. Now, loss is a part of life, and in that sense, loss is not unusual. But what has been so unusual is that certainly never before in my lifetime, we have seen such simultaneous collective loss felt by all of us all at once. With loss comes sadness, perhaps even grief. And although every human being does experience grief as part of life, we don't usually all have to live with that grief at the same time it's being felt by every other person around us. That's simply unheard of, and yet here we are, all connected by at least that one difficult but remarkable truth. And now tonight, we have an opportunity to be connected by another common experience. This one not of loss, but of joy. If we allow it to be, tonight can be a night of simultaneous collective joy as we commemorate each other's achievement. Perhaps you will consider doing something we don't usually see at a graduation ceremony. Perhaps you will consider celebrating with great zeal and loud enthusiasm every single graduate this evening, even those who are strangers to you. Because as different as you may be from one another, you are joined by your collective loss. So tonight, let's turn that into a union of rebellious joy. Let's give collective joy, not collective loss, the final word of this year. You all certainly deserve that. And as you leave us to pursue whatever dreams you hold for your life, may you always find yourself among others who will help you bear your burdens and celebrate with you in your joys. I congratulate the entire graduating class of 2021. Will the graduates of the class of 2021 please stand? And Ms. Levinson, will you please join me at the podium? Mrs. Levinson, as the director of McFadder Technical College and William T. McFadder Technical High School, I present to you the graduating class of 2021. The faculty and I certify that they have met the certification and graduation requirements of the School Board of Broward County and the state of Florida. You may be seated.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. On behalf of the School Board of Broward County, I certify that these students have met all the requirements of the school board and the state of Florida for completion of their adult or technical program and/or graduation from the high school. Congratulations, graduates.
And now comes the fun part, now that you've been officially certified a graduate, your opportunity to come up and get your diploma. And I would remind each of you, you have the choice as graduates crossing the stage when you come up on stage. If you would like to remove your mask for your graduation photo, you may certainly do so. You may also elect to get fist bumps, elbow bumps, whatever you like as you cross, or to have none of the above.
Braden Bourne. Gayland Montpremier. Peter Mark Anthony Reese. Paola Benavides. Katian Shi. Patricia Latvian Monfrey. Cassandra Sean. Alessandra Oliveira. I got it. Shanna Blanchett. Zuli Paz. Benjamin Sarmiento. Angie Roman. Fabian Silva. Christopher Alley. Justin Dwyer. David Koenig. Anair Marcus Luan. Love Darby Ambrose. Caleb Maryland. Patricia Hodge. Alfred Toy. Ruchel Hurd Nottage. Dolores Segura. Yolanda Velez. Carrie Semino. Aisha Henry. Chandra Sumika. Natasha Kyler. Iris Herrera. Secoria Lofton. Carlos Pajares. Luz Angela Block. Sandy Florena. Oran Register. Sinaise Michelle. Taina Rodriguez. Tyler Rodriguez. Taylor Dane Tremblay. Kiana Wilkinson. Danielle Brown. Jessica Gamez Mendez. Akorade Akinola. Jennifer Romero. Simone Campbell. Josias Fernandez. Janteza Flores. Alice Mertel Mercier. Mariana Montilla. Glentasia Weston. Keisha Mark. Tamara Atz. Anissa Bynes. Bethany Cox. Javier Diaz. Brittany Dixon. Shavar Broderick. Stephanie Esquivel. Meredith Lopez Merlos. Ricardo Giordano. Marissa McKenzie. Ashley Strotter. Galilea Zapata. Eden Karadin. Daphne August. Hunter Reed Boyle. Pradley Cassini Eustache. Sarah Faye Hanna. Barbara Isaacs. Barry Johnson Jr. Nair Leonardi. Victor Pedroso. Leonard Owens. Tiffany Rhyme. Daniel Rivera. Ramiro Rivera. Travis Sherrill. Michael Sobek. Bruce Williams. Francisco Bosan. Jeremiah Turner. Arnold Jimenez. Kareem Coley. Javier Pena. Miguel Fernandez. Justin Fulcher. Julian Beckett. Christopher Otano. Christian Medina. Dylan Oppenheim. Brandon Martin. Tarang Patel. Greggy Philippe. Angel Rios. Tyler McDaniels. Alonzia Smith. You know all the names? Are you switching? Or are you doing? I'm fine. You know all the names? Okay, I got it. Amanda Aguilar. Amanda Aguilar. Renee Augustin. Minaj Ahmed. Peace Timitayo Akakume. Jacob Alahar. Sahar Antebi. Ori Antebi. Jason Avian. Avani Balram. Madison Barrera. William Briseno. Jalen Burgos. Alyssa Paris Calculitis. Mary Carper. Amari Carswell. Juanita Castillo. Sarah Jean Champagne. Aiden Christie. Hold on. Isaiah Christie. Sarai Jessica Kogel. Savannah Coleman. Kareem Conte. Arun Kumar Degulda. Leonardo Del Carpio. Sharista Valerie Distill. Ashley Diaz. Emma Downing. Jada Lee England. Samantha Espinosa. Archange Felix. Wanakuwata Fernando. Sophia Figueroa Cruz. Carrie Fletcher. Melody Gani. Stephanie Garcia. Jimmy Goins Jr. Angelica Gomez. Ava Grio. Deja Terrell Hall. Kayla Hall. Jada Hankin. Tevin Henry. Matthew Hernandez. Michael Hernandez. Trinity Herrera. Trinity Herrera. Manoa Max Huang. Shamari Hussein. Samaya Michaela Jackson. Tyler Jaramillo Pritchard. Patrick Keeney. Alexandra Kuznick. Alexandra Lapidas. Sophie Larkin. Alex Laubach. Bianca Gabriella Lavini. Camila Linares. James Barrett Linder II. Ariana Lopez Rodriguez. Isaiah Laura. Biana Lisa Lucien. Cameron Lugo. Jason Luna. Justin Luna. Brianna Lustgarden. Julian Elias Macaluso. I don't know which one's Neil. Sanir Magru. Alejandra Matia. Tell them to stop. Sophia Marquez. Carlina Elizabeth Maya. Kaylin McClendon. What? Sean McClymont. Kristen McFarlane. Emil McMath. Takai Lakay Mears. Daniel Mejia. Juan Mendoza. Caitlin Mercier. Clarence Apollon.
Don't look at the card. Lee Miller.
Lee Miller.
Lowell Mirabal Hermoso.
Lowell Mirabal Hermoso.
Danae Mitchell.
Danae Mitchell.
Odin Martinson Moeller.
Odin Martinson Muller.
Julia Morera.
Julia Morera.
Aaliyah Yvonne Mozo.
Aaliyah Yvonne Mozo.
Gianna Nazario.
Gianna Nazario.
Emmanuel Pavone.
Emmanuel Pabone.
Julia Patricia Parra.
Julia Patricia Para.
Gabriela Pedreros.
Gabriela Pedreros Julka.
Nicholas Peralta.
Nicholas Peralta.
Emily Petrolak.
Emily Petrolak.
Caphael Philogene.
Caphael Philogene.
Marlon Pichardo.
Marlon Pichardo.
Asantia Pierre.
Asantia Pierre.
McCams Julian Placide.
McCams Julianne Placide.
Melanie Kivit.
Melanie Cavito.
Leopold Mario Quiros.
Leopold Mario Quiros.
Brandon Ray.
Brandon Ray.
Emily Ramirez.
Emily Ramirez.
How did we get here? Fabian Ramirez.
Fabian Ramirez. Justin Ramos.
Luciana Renifro.
Luciana Renifo. Isabella Reyes.
Ilani Roman Alvarez.
Kaylani Roman Alvarez. Sebastian Roman.
Elijah Salim.
Elijah Salim.
Genesis Camila Sanchez Polanco.
Genesis Camila Sanchez Polanco.
Joshua Saparti.
Joshua Zaparti.
Sarmiento.
Alexander Somiarto.
Liel. This is Liel.
Liel Sasson. Yara Skatrut. Raquel Juna Settle.
Genesis Severino.
Genesis Severino.
Jimena Sierra.
Jimena Sierra.
Abigail Silvabar. I'm sorry.
Abigail Sobavaro.
Mariam Silva.
Miriam Solman. Stephanie Tavares. Weston Tom.
Liza Thomas.
Liza Thomas.
Mabel Thu. Don't do the vote.
Mabel Thu.
Tabone.
Matthew Tabone.
Just say Lena Tran.
Lena Tran.
Syme Upple.
Syme Uppel.
Lola Vaquera.
Lola Vaquera.
Giovanni Velasco.
Giovanni Velasco.
Miles Wasser.
Miles Big Daddy Wasser.
Jasmine Leilani.
Jasmine Leilani White.
Angel Williamson.
Angel Williamson. Quavion Wimberly.
Kira Young.
Kira Young.
Serena Young.
Serena Young.
Michael Swasso.
Michael Zuazo.
Zoe Zulueta.
Zoe Zuleta.
And Elena Reddick.
Elena Reddick.
She got missed on the list.
Collective joy gets the last word this year. One more time, please join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2021. At this time, I would ask Syme Upal, Senior Class President, and Carrie Ann Cimino, Early Childhood Education Post-Secondary Student Representative, to come forward to lead their fellow graduates in the turning of the tassel. I see you wondering, your tassel should currently be on the right.
Will the graduates please rise? It is now time to change your tassel as an indication of achieving official graduate status. Please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
You are set. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Arango, Mrs. Levinson, Dr. Shaw Roll, Mrs. Koch, faculty and staff, I love you all, parents, students, and other well-wishers for your presence here this evening. Audience, please remain where you are until all the faculty and graduates have exited. Although they did not get a processional, they will get a recessional. If you're wondering, you will be led by staff members. Follow their direction. Congratulations, all of you. We're so proud. Thank you all, and good night.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's